Hey everybody, welcome to episode 8 of Burn Down the Sandcast. It's your boy Miko, aka Alex, aka the original Yiffmeister. I got some people with me today.
Hi, I am the Maggie. I just woke up. How are you all?
Pretty good. I am Mark, aka at Game Bun, and I feel free today. I finished all my shit.
Nice.
Hi, it's me, Mike.
Yeah, you're totally Mike. That's you.
Hi, Mike.
That's
How are
me.
you?
I'm Mike. I love the fighting games.
I knew you were kind of sick, but this is kind of ridiculous.
Fuck Brian.
Okay, yeah, that's Michael, all right.
Yep. Nope. No questions here. All right.
Yeah, fuck friend of the show, Brian.
You should do a real introduction with your name.
Hi, it's me, Andy.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So we're all here now. Mike is sick. We tried to do this yesterday, and he was like, "I'm dying, no," and then he's like, "I'm still dying, no." So now we're here.
Mm-hmm.
So, a couple of announcements before the show gets rolling. One, we're on Google Play now, so that's cool. You can go if you like to use Google Play to listen to podcasts, which I don't think anybody does. You can do that.
We also are on Pocket Cast, if that makes any difference. It gets from the same thing.
I think Pocket Cast probably sources from iTunes.
Well, either way, we're on that too.
Yeah. Also, we apparently said something bad last week.
This is all new to all of us, apparently. So
Yeah, so we were talking about a wrestler that hugs, and then Mike said something about a hug box, and apparently that's an autism slur, and I didn't know this, and nobody else here knew that. Yeah, so I doubt Mike knew.
Miko's right. I did not know, so I looked it up and learned something. Thanks, and sorry.
Yeah, so sorry, didn't mean it like that.
Mm.
Our bad.
I mean, she does hug a lot. That is her gimmick.
Don't they also box?
Yes. Actually, depends on the wrestler.
A hug boxer.
There's a shame cube.
A suplex? That's kind of like a hug in wrestling, when you think about
It's
it.
a hug that leads into a broken neck.
Not if you know how to take a bump, right?
Well, I mean, theoretically, that's what it's supposed to do. But, you know.
Let's do the podcast or whatever.
My phone is ringing. Ring, ring. How are we doing? How's our week been? Should I start then?
Go ahead.
Alright. So, I'm kind of glad we're doing the podcast today, because I spent most of yesterday just trying to cope with the fact that I had to write a 1,200 word essay. I didn't finish it until this morning.
Ooh.
Word counts are dumb.
I mean, just doing essays for me is dumb unless I really give a shit. But I finished it. I'm free.
Indeed.
I also finished my thing I've been working on for the past 5.5 weeks for my other course. It's not perfect,
Nice.
but I'm happy with it.
Nice.
What was it on?
3D modeling, or I make it a character from from concept art to an actual 3D model.
So you're modeling your Sonic fan character, I take it?
If I did, then this project would have been so easy.
Fair enough.
I showed Miko bits of it before,
Mm-hmm.
but I went back and fixed it. It's not perfect. I forgot to do the hair, because turns out doing the hair 3D is kind of a pain in the ass. So, maybe another day I'll get to it.
Did you put NVIDIA hair physics in it?
I have no idea how to do that. I actually was trying to find a cheap way just to put on some hair.
But you have to have every strand of hair be lifelike and moving on its own.
Jesus Christ.
Or you just transplant Goku's Super Saiyan hair, and then you say you're done.
Oh boy, I could have done that.
Just colored it
You
brown.
I mean, I have a model of Sora just on my desktop.
That's basically Goku's hair.
Yeah.
Right there.
I
Yeah.
actually did try to transplant his hair off of him into someone else before. But the problem is, the way it's put together is very hard.
There's no easy way to separate it, I take it.
No. I think the easier way for me would be just to remake it from scratch. Because all it is just literally
Yeah.
triangles with the texture providing the details.
Square Enix is not well known for making anything they make sensible.
I mean, Sora's the most sensible thing in there, but the problem is his pants. So I've learned the hard way while trying to apply a skeleton to that model. Is that his pants are kind of like together because they're baggy shorts, they're baggy pants. So doing that, I accidentally made both of his legs so they'll just come together.
What?
So whenever I try to move one of the legs, the other one will move with it.
That means you rigged it like a crazy person.
Yes. but I can fix that now, but whatever. I also bought a nice chair. I'm using it right now, and a keyboard.
Nice.
It's been my week.
My week, I went to several job fairs. The one I went to on Wednesday had a bunch of government contractors there, and apparently one of the cheap pieces of crap that they had their logo on that they hand out for free. Yeah, apparently companies are handing out fidget spinners now.
Oh, good.
So guess what I have?
You have a vibrator. Nice.
Uh-huh.
It's a fidget spinner which also has bottle openers built into it.
That, not sure I understand why.
You know, it's for, like, those moments where you need to take the edge off and open a nice Coke or other beverage. Because we are not sponsored by Coke. Unless you want to sponsor us. I mean...
I would like to get paid for doing this, but maybe someday down the line.
Mm-hmm. One day it'll happen. This podcast brought to you by Squarespace.
No, it's not. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Don't say that until they have a check in my hand, which I can share among the rest of you.
This podcast is brought to you by Bad Dragon. Be a dragon that's bad.com.
ExtremeRestraints.com.
No.
Yes, that too. Get kinky as a dragon.
I mean, okay, I already do that, and also no.
I mean, it is almost Halloween.
It's true.
All that bondage stuff is for Halloween, right? That's what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Anyone else?
So I stayed up very late on Friday night for work because the dramatic conclusion of the billing project went live, and I had to make sure everything worked. So now I have completely fucked up my sleep schedule, and I'm going to, in about 2 hours, take a crap ton of melatonin so I could get my sleep schedule back on track.
Yeah, but did you wake up at 7?
No, but I have to wake up at 6:30 tomorrow.
That sounds fun. Actually, no, because I wake up at 4:30 every morning on the week.
Yeah. So I'm very glad that this fucking project is over. I work at an insurance company, and they've been trying to replace the billing system for 4 years. And it's finally happening. It's finally happened. It's over.
It's over.
So happy. Yeah, so that was my week. Other than that, a lot of school, a lot of driving to and from school.
Well, you won't believe my week. Because I might not believe it either, since I don't actually remember anything past yesterday. So, I probably did something at some point.
Okay.
Did you become an anime?
Maybe that's why I can't remember. I have amnesia and this is my story arc. I'm having one of those moments where I don't remember anything.
It turns out your childhood friend betrayed you. Put you in some weird coffin. And now you just woke up.
Oh, great. Now I'm an anime and a vampire.
Uh-oh.
It's the same thing.
Now I'm the Castlevania anime. Oh no.
Is that a bad thing?
I don't know.
Where did that land? Because I never actually watched it. Did people ever decide if it was good or
I
bad?
think people said it was good. It's just it was just short.
Okay, alright.
I've heard people say it's good, and then I have heard other people say it's bad.
Alright, well.
I've heard people say they wish they had Castlevania music in it.
I mean, yeah, I can see that.
Maybe for season 2.
Maybe. We'll see. So, that's everybody. We want to kick it into news? How about some news?
Yeah, a bunch of bad things happened this week, which you should check any actual news organization for more information about.
We'll just mention the big one. Get out of the way.
Yeah, so if you're in Vegas, I hope you're okay. I'm very sorry about the tragedy that has befallen your city. It's about as much as I want to say on the podcast, because I don't want to take us to Sad Town.
Yeah.
So...
Next thing, let's talk about Kickstarter and how on Kickstarter you can help crowdfund amazing things that would never exist unless you did it, like a tent.
Yeah. So there is this thing. It's called the Pause Pod, and there's a Kickstarter to get it created. It is a literal tent that you can just set up around yourself and take a nap or just hang out. But you could also just, go down to the sporting goods store and buy a tent if you wanted. That's a thing you can do right now. You don't need a Kickstarter
But Miko, tell me this. Does your tent have legs? You can put your legs in.
No, because traditional tents are generally big enough for you to lay down in.
You know what a tent for one person could also be called? A sleeping bag.
Also a sleeping bag.
I got a question, though, that confused me since I saw this thing. Alright, if you're at a job and you just pull out your fucking tent and then set it up and then go in there, most jobs I feel like wouldn't like that.
No, you're right. I agree with you.
Like, if you just are like, hold on, I gotta eat this banana real quick. Let me set my tent up.
So if you just want to eat a banana, I don't see why you need to set up a tent, is the other thing.
You don't want people to see you eat the banana.
You can just hold a banana and eat it if you want. That's fine.
It could be that you have a very embarrassing medical condition where you have to eat a banana in the most erotic way possible.
I mean, I think it's funny to do that. I don't know that I would call it a medical condition.
Or eating the banana is a euphemism for a penis.
Oh, for sucking your own dick.
Well, I didn't mean your own, but yeah, I guess that could be a thing you need the cube for.
Yeah, I mean, it could be somebody else's, and you could also you could go uncircumcised and just bite it without peeling it.
Ew.
So, Griffin McElroy style.
I don't know why I called it a cube, but that would have been a better marketing choice if they made it like a cube and then called it the cube.
The GameCube.
The cube.
The shame cube.
Cube 2, Hypercube.
Yes, they just called it the shame cube, and you have to get in and eat bananas.
This sounds like the setup for a Donkey Kong Country game, and I'm not okay with that.
The Donkey Kong Shame Cube? Yeah.
Well, if you put a Donkey Kong in a cage and you give him a banana, that's basically, that could be your opening cutscene, and then he breaks out and he has to go fight King K. Rool. Think about it.
So, the Donkey Kong true, except, the very end.
Okay, fair.
I don't have much more to say about the fucking tent other than I can't wait for some Silicon Valley brain genius to invent fidget spinners that go on your car rims.
Ah, yeah.
Now that's an idea.
Those are called spinners.
That's the joke.
Yeah, fidget spinners.
That's the joke.
Yes.
I can't wait for somebody to invent a vending machine or perhaps a juicer that costs $400 that is connected to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, man.
Let's just take things that already exist and make them worse.
But let's just say they're better because they use Wi-Fi.
No, they're better
Yeah.
because they cost about 8 times as much as the other thing. That's why they're better.
Can I refill this water if it says Wi-Fi included?
I don't know.
It's my Wi-Fi enabled water bottle that turns your water to piss when it's not connected to Wi-Fi.
It's just a little antenna sticking out of the bottle cap. You just have to move it around so you get a signal.
So, I think I've mentioned this story to you guys, but never on the podcast before, so my brother, he just got a new job for another week or so. He's working at a call center where they support various different products. And the most ridiculous product that he supports is a hot water heater that you can control via Wi-Fi. And the reason this is ridiculous is because apparently there was a problem with the thermostat where it was DDoSing your router 100% of the time because they didn't know how to fucking do Wi-Fi correctly.
Holy shit.
Fantastic.
It was just making like thousands of requests per second to your router, and it was like ridiculous.
Wow.
So does this mean a hacker could access your hot water heater and cause it to explode?
I don't know, but I also don't know that you would ever need to adjust your hot water heater all that often.
Yeah,
to make that worth it. So, like,
You do if you live in my house and it's bad and shitty.
well,
if you haven't seen videos of it, Mythbusters exploded several hot water heaters.
oh no, yeah, you could do that. I know that.
It's a cool video.
Speaking of hot water heaters that usually have valves somewhere on them,
Oh, that was clever. I like that.
it wasn't. Don't encourage that.
Shut up and read the article.
Alright, Valve pulled a bunch of games from a shovelware company. Yeah, just one though, so there's still the other 5,000 games.
Yeah, this one
And
was
hentai.
particularly egregious, though.
Yes,
'cause they
and
had,
hentai. Don't forget the hentai on Steam now.
Are you saying hentai is a whole different subgenre than shovelware?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
No.
I can't honk off to shovelware.
That's true.
What do you think the meat and fuck games are?
Flash games that are not on Steam?
They're hentai shovelware.
Valve pulled over 200 games from Silicon Echo Studios, which is one of those companies that makes those really shitty, really cheap games and constantly floods Steam with them.
Yes, so they have like 200 plus 99-cent games, and really what they're making money off of is the trading cards.
Yes, it's one of those things. Too,
Yeah, people go nuts for the Steam trading cards, and I never really understood it. I always just posted them up on the marketplace so that I could get 25 cents.
No, you gotta get the emotes, Miko.
I don't want the emotes.
You gotta get the badges. Even if it's a game you fucking don't like, you have to get the badges, Miko.
I don't want to do that.
No, you have to do it. You
Why?
have to upgrade your Steam gamer score, man. And
But
get
why?
cool.
You gotta upgrade it to get more friends on your friends list.
I mean, I'm good with the number of friends I have on my friends list.
No, you need more friends.
Anyway,
I also no longer use Steam as my primary messaging client, so
Happiness
that
is
kind of helps.
mandatory, citizen.
So, this might actually be a good sign, because Valve might actually be doing this crazy thing called quality control. I don't know if...
Let's not count our chickens before they've hatched.
Oh no, I know they're not gonna fucking do anything, but...
I mean, it's a start, but there's still a long way to go. I mean, they got rid of Steam Greenlight. That's a plus.
Yeah, they got rid of Steam Greenlight, and when they did, they uploaded every single game on it.
Yeah, that's right. I forget about that.
Because
detail.
that was a good idea, apparently.
Aren't they still making a Dota 2 card game?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is our next project.
What a good use of their resources.
Yeah, Valve's maybe not smart.
Valve has this weird business structure where they just like, if you want to work on it, go right ahead.
Unless it's Half-Life 3, in which case you're not allowed to work
Well,
on
I
it.
mean, the guys who made Half-Life 3 already left the company. That's the thing. They all fucking left.
Well, the thing with Valve is they get 30% of every game sold on Steam anyway, so they don't need to make video games. They just fucking sell other people shit and then make Dota.
Yep.
Excuse me, Dota 2. The card game.
Sequel to Dota.
Speaking of companies making bad decisions.
Oh, I saw this the other day. Like, oh, wow.
So, you know the Telltale Batman series?
Nope.
I've
Telltale,
heard of
that
them.
company that makes those point-and-click games, they made a Batman series that I have heard nothing about. But apparently, in one of them...
The new season came out, and someone apparently didn't bother to do the research and just grabbed a random picture of a dead guy, or at least a quote-unquote dead guy from like stock images. That happened to be... Well, they probably just Googled it, but still.
Yeah, someone obviously put that in there because they thought it wasn't real, but that they put in the actual dead body of a Russian ambassador who got killed.
They sure
I
did.
believe he was the Russian ambassador to Turkey who got killed last year, I want to say.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, this was pretty recent.
The fact that it was just in there with another dead body, which is probably from an actual stock photo.
I mean, the pictures are pretty unreal looking, but still.
Yeah, right. I saw that pop up in other various sites. I didn't think it was actually a real thing. Then
Yeah, that's definitely why someone did it, but then that man's actually dead.
yeah.
That's an
Yeah.
actual dead man that's in your game now. And you probably need to fix that.
Knowing Telltale, they probably will fix it eventually.
So there's actually an update in this article that's in the show notes that says update October 6th. Telltale Games issued the following statement. An update to the game has been submitted this morning that will remove the image across all platforms.
Okay, so then good news. All
Alright.
right, that's good. So
So I don't know if that patch has hit yet. It probably will have by the time this goes up, but yeah.
yeah,
There's basically two ways they could have handled that the way they did and just been like, we're sorry, we're gonna get rid of it. Or just been like, no, we're not sorry, it's not real, fuck you. And luckily they didn't go that way.
I don't think Telltale Games would have gone that way.
no, because if they did, they probably lose all their sponsors because they have a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Speaking of bad business decisions.
Yeah, alright, there you go.
So yeah, we talked about Shadow War before in regards to that DLC that was supposed to come out some time ago, or at least
Yes.
they're going to charge it.
Well, I think we talked about microtransactions Shadow War, didn't we?
We
At some
did.
point. It turns out, in that game, when you get to the fourth act, to get the final real ending, you have to either go through an ungodly grind, or give them money and get legendary orcs, which you can only get from giving them money.
Wow, that sounds familiar. Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, isn't that fucking weird?
Hmm.
It's almost like microtransactions are bad, and so's Warner Brothers.
So these are basically just loot boxes, right? Can I just blame Overwatch again? Because I like to blame Overwatch for everything.
You can blame whoever you want, but
I mean, Blizzard also is bad for putting loot boxes in their fucking games.
Like, I know they're not the ones that actually start the whole thing, but they're the ones who made it very popular, and because they got their reports. Like,
oh no, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, they were the ones who made it actually, profitable, because apparently they made about $3.6 billion in in-game content.
Oh.
So yeah, this shit ain't going away anytime soon.
I hope it does. I hope it's like season passes and eventually it just fucking dies out.
no, I prefer the season passes because at least then you know that what you're getting into.
Mm-hmm.
Or not season pass. I'm thinking of the online pass thing you had to buy for a little bit. Do you remember that shit?
Not sure. No,
Not really?
I don't remember that.
That was when you bought a game used. You'd have to buy an online pass to use any of the online features.
Oh shit, that's right. Wasn't that maybe just an EA thing?
That was, I believe, just an EA thing.
No, a few companies did it, but it didn't last very long because nobody liked it.
I remember that now.
Specifically, I think it was for Call of Duty. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it might have been a Battlefield
game.
game.
Oh no, there were quite a few games.
Oh no, Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield. You're right.
There were quite a few games at the time that had it. Even games that made no sense to have it.
Like SimCity?
Oh gosh, SimCity. SimCity was a whole different thing. That was just online only.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
SimCity 5 was a train wreck?
Yeah, the SimCity game didn't have an online pass. It was just broken when it came out.
You had to be online, and even if you were online, it said, no, you're not online, so fuck you.
Check out City Skylines for city building games.
Yes.
City Skylines is so fucking good. Oh my god.
Yes.
If you like SimCity, get City Skylines. It's so good. And also, some weird things happen when you turn on the Road Anarchy mod. So that's just a good time. Yeah.
I made a dam that was filled up entirely with poop.
Did you break it apart and flood your city?
No, not yet.
You should do that soon. So, yeah.
I mean, I just deleted all the houses of the sad people.
Oh.
Because,
I mean...
You want to be sad? Get the fuck out. It's a happy town, alright? Get the fuck out.
You need more parks, possibly more cemeteries.
No. We put the bodies in next to the dump, which is actually where
just put them in the poo reservoir. I'll be happy there.
Oh, yeah. Just flood your entire city occasionally and get all the unhappy people out.
Speaking of getting the unhappy people out, that doesn't really go in at all, but...
Speaking of competition...
I've been meaning to say this for a while, but we don't really have to do a transition into every story.
We do, because I need to do it, alright?
I mean, we've been doing it for 8 episodes. I guess we're committed at this point to the
we can just get one... I mean, this is mainly just a mic thing, but we're stuck with it.
You could just have a sound effect and transition to the next thing.
But that's just too much effort.
Something you could do in editing.
Well, the guy who does the editing isn't here, so that's a problem.
Maybe he'll listen to it. Insert a wacky sound effect here. Just do it.
Just put in the Shoryuken from Street Fighter 2.
Just replace all our audio with wacky sound effects.
Boing, boing, boing.
Speaking of wacky sound effects... The Nintendo World Championship is a thing, apparently, that I've never watched. So someone else fucking take this, please.
So I watched this all from the beginning yesterday, and it was a fun watch. Nothing was really announced, but... So, the thing that Mike asked me before was, like, would little kids fight the adult kids? And the answer is yes, they all did.
Yeah, I was surprised about that.
Hold on, wait. Can you say that sentence one more time for me, please? Can the little kids fight the adult kids?
Fight is maybe the wrong word. Challenge them in a game of Nintendo-based skill.
Yes.
How many toddlers could you take in a fight?
I was talking about the term adult kids, particularly.
The adults.
That's what I was talking about.
You know what I mean. Anyway, so it happened around 5 o'clock. There were 24 contestants, 8 adults, 8 kids, and 8 special celebrities. And so they had to go through, I think it was like 7 different games. First one was Zelda, second one was Metroid, third one was, I believe, Mario Kart, and the fourth one was Splatoon. If they lost, then it would be in the Underground, which they had to go through old games. I think the first one was... What was the first game? I don't remember. But it was basically it was a bunch of retro games. But the ones I remember the most were Donkey Kong Country Returns, which turns out they were all really bad at, because that game is hard.
That game is hard. That was an intense watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because, so the way the underground works is, 2 people move on. So
Out of
they had a
6.
time limit. They had a time limit where you get through this one level, right?
Mhm.
Only one person was able to do it, so they had to have a tiebreaker round where it's just like, okay, you all start at the same time. Whoever gets the furthest is the second person to get through.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But, like, it was fun, like, seeing, like, the very first 10 seconds, we all just failed the first jump.
That level is hard.
Yeah,
I'm not
just
gonna
watching
lie.
that, like, ugh. I do appreciate the fact that one of them got baited with the bananas.
Mm.
That was fun.
You don't need the bananas. You just need to get through the level.
Yeah, but he got the banana, but he didn't bother the duck.
Is Donkey Kong Country Returns the one on the Wii
Yes.
Yes.
with the tiki thing,
Yes.
Yes.
or is that the one with the bongos?
Both? No, the bongos is Donkey Konga.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
I mean, Donkey Konga and Jungle Beat were the one with the bongos.
I tried to get my mom to buy me the bongo game in a Costco one time when I was a kid, and she would not buy it for me, and I was sad.
You probably got the better end of that deal.
I mean, yeah, looking back, that was a good thing.
Konga is still a game I would like to play, even though it would hurt my hands. But anyway.
I've heard nothing but good things about Donkey Konga, actually.
Yeah, same. I want to play Donkey Konga, but I want to find the drums.
I know Medibot's way into Donkey Konga.
I've seen the drums on sale at a place that used to be at Borders.
Mm.
So, I guess I could buy that and ship it.
You can find one for like less than about $20, then maybe. Anyway, so champion of the last time he did this, John Numbers, he came back. He competed again. He almost won this time.
Yeah, he did really well. He got second place, and the final game is this thing. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called Mario Odyssey, which is out in like 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had to collect 3 moons. The first 2 would give them a 5-second head start, but they each got one, so it kind of balanced out. And then the last one was you have to fight a boss.
First one was trying to see who got the head start. They both got the moon for both rounds, so for the final round they were pretty much tied. And it was just fight the boss with the big hands for the ice area.
Mm-hmm.
Which if Mr. Numbers didn't fuck up the first jump around midway, he probably would have had it.
Yeah, probably.
Bullet Bill. It's too strong.
Well, speaking of retro, Sauce.
Ugh.
A bunch of idiot nerds decided to swamp a McDonald's and got real upset when they found out that the limited supplies of the Szechuan sauce was actually rather limited.
20 per store. That was the story.
All right, so we need to just talk about Rick and Morty for a minute. Okay, so 1, Rick and Morty is a very good television program that I enjoy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
2, it has probably the dumbest fan base out of any TV show currently running.
No, but wait, let me show you this picture that explains why you need to be very smart to enjoy Rick and Morty. Here's my graph. Do you like the graph?
Your IQ is very small. You cannot understand the humor that is Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty talks about subjects that most primetime television steers well clear of. Stuff like, I guess, nihilism, depression, and, what's it called? Solipsism? The idea that your identity might not be real or something.
What?
Go on.
Anyway, continue, please.
So the Szechuan sauce is just teriyaki and ketchup. You can just make that at home. But instead, all of the Rick and Morty fans decided, we're going to go to every McDonald's across the country because they're supposed to have it today, and got very upset when they ran out, not realizing that, yes, supplies are limited in this ridiculous fucking Mulan promotion from 1994. What are you talking about? What is wrong with you?
You know, it's funny. Yesterday, my brother tried to actually get this. And it turns out most of it is only in California.
Go figure.
Mm-hmm.
But he was smart enough to call the McDonald's and ask. And then when that one didn't have it, he just said, fuck it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's smart.
And then we just got the turtle food that we went out for, and then we fed the turtle. And
Good.
that was
Alright.
it. That was the trip.
Did you see the turtles fuck?
No, we can't make the turtles fuck.
Okay.
Oh, we'll talk about making turtles fuck later when we get to what you've been gaming.
Oh, boy.
There's a YouTuber who goes by the title Binging with Babish, who has a video on making your own Szechuan sauce if you are so inclined.
Mm-hmm. Or Kraft and Sweet Baby Ray's both make teriyaki barbecue sauce that you can get at pretty much any grocery
Basically,
store.
what we're saying is this whole promotion seems like bullshit because it is.
It's
Yeah.
It's a joke that's gone too far and is no longer funny.
So, like most of Rick and Morty jokes. Boom.
Yeah, this also reminds me of how they had like a contest thing to give like a whole container to people, and one of the people that won sold it, and everyone
Yep.
got mad at him for some reason.
The Rick and Morty fans, man, I don't know. So, do you remember Breaking Bad and how in the latter seasons people started identifying with Walter White even though they really, really shouldn't have?
No,
Wow.
because
I
I
feel
didn't.
like that's exactly what's happening with Rick and Morty right now, is people are identifying with Rick.
The entire run of that show, like, why do people do that with things like Breaking Bad, with Always Sunny and Rick and Morty, where they are like, yeah, I love this character, I want to be like them, when the whole point of the character is you're not supposed to fucking be like them.
So we enter a point in society where you have to sort of relate to things. And sometimes it's kind of a bad thing, where sometimes, why? This character is bad. You have no identity.
You don't have to relate to, like, Dennis from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You don't have to relate to Rick from Rick and Morty.
I have no identity, so I must relate to this cartoon character.
It's not...
I feel it's gotten really bad in the past couple of years.
Most people who think they're like Rick from Rick and Morty are probably more like Jerry.
Probably.
Speaking of things that start with a G, even though Jerry starts with a J, fuck you.
What's this about geese?
What is this about geese?
What's the gooses?
Your goose is cooked.
Is this a game starring Geese Howard?
Yes.
If only. So you know how geese in real life are kind of jerks? Now you can be a jerk.
The geese aren't jerks. Geese are the best animal. Well, not the best animal. They're alright.
Geese are stupid
Yes.
assholes.
Don't fuck with the geese.
I'm a goose, Morty. I turned myself into a goose.
Fuck you.
It was too easy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken the easy way out.
So what we're talking about here is it's called Untitled Goose Game, which is you play as a goose. And you do things as a goose.
Yeah, like you steal a farmer's keys, and then he gets very upset and tries to chase you.
From what I saw of this trailer, there's also a quack button, which is a good button. And I want to press the quack button.
Okay, so there's already a game out that has a quack button. It's called Duck Game, and it's actually really good. We should play it sometime. Just saying.
I wonder if you can tweet the guys who make Duck Game to send you a duck button, because I know Vinny has a duck button.
I think you could probably get a Staples Easy button
And just
then
place- yeah.
modify it. Yeah, replace the sound file.
I think that's exactly what that is.
I don't actually own Duck Game because I didn't have anyone to play with when that came out. I don't think.
I'll play it with you. You get Duck Game, I'm your man. I play Duck Game all day, every day. That's
You're
a
gonna
really good
buy
video
Duck Game for me. Thanks, Miko. That's great.
How much is Duck Game? I think it's actually pretty cheap. I might be able
Don't
to just
buy
do
me
that.
the video game, please.
So yeah, this farmer is getting
Looking it up.
This farmer is getting just harassed by this duck or goose.
$12.99. Yeah, I'll do that next time I get paid, and then you can have Duck Game.
Just wait till Thanksgiving. It's almost time for the holiday sale.
Oh, that's true.
So Goose Game looks like a fun little game. Just like it doesn't look like a complex game. It doesn't look like an in-depth game. It doesn't look like a long game. It just looks like an enjoyable little thing you can spend some time with.
That everyone will stream until it gets old.
And you can be a goose.
You duck.
I don't know that this has legs as a streaming game. I think this is going to be like you stream it once, and you're Vinny from Vine Sauce, and it gets a lot of views, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I'm somehow still kind of pissed off the fact that Ghost Simulator became a really big thing.
Yeah, Goat Simulator took off in a really weird way when it came out. It was a little... I didn't expect that.
I don't know what Ghost Simulator is. Is that one of the Slendy games?
No.
No, Goat Simulator.
Oh,
Goat.
Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
Goatsy Simulator where you
How
stretch your
come there
ass.
isn't a Ghost Simulator yet?
Ghost?
Yeah. Ghost.
Geist?
Yeah, it's just Geist.
Is that guy? Oh, that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
that
game, the GameCube game where you can possess a bucket. I should play that game. I have not played it, but I've always seen clips of it.
You know, at this point, the farmer should probably just get a shotgun out.
See, that's the hard mode. You piss someone off because you get a gun. Anyway, that's Goose Game. We'll see what happens from there.
And speaking of video games, everyone, it's time to go on to the gaming. Don't you fucking sigh at me when I do that. Speaking of video games,
Hi, I'm Brad Shoemaker, and I've been playing Dota 2.
Don't do that.
Does he even still play Dota 2?
Not on stream, he doesn't.
Okay, good.
But he still plays it a lot.
Anyway, what's been happening with the games, you nerds?
I guess I'll go because I haven't really been playing too much, but I kind of, for some random reason, started fucking with Stalker mods. I don't know why.
Mhm.
Cheeky breaky.
Did you get the one that gives the dogs?
No, like big mods. So I started with Lost Alpha, which is basically just like a big rework of Shadow of Chernobyl, and even when you mod Shadow of Chernobyl, did you know that game's janky as fuck?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, it's a Russian-developed game. Most Russian-developed games, in my experience, are
When
very
did that come
janky.
out again? Originally?
Stalker?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Like
2011?
So we were like,
It's been a hot minute.
it's old.
Russia, the home of the trinary computer.
But I tried to play Lost Alpha for a little bit, which has things like you can buy cars and drive them, but I didn't get that far because
Oh.
that game's fucking... I can't go back.
So I looked it up and Stalker came out March 20th, 2007. So it's
yeah.
literally 10 years old.
that wow.
Yeah, I knew it was like single digits in the 2000 because that game is like older than people think it is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like we said 2011, like that can't be right.
Yeah, I was thinking this sounds more like a 2008
My
game.
my only knowledge of Stalker is just the fact that it's really neat
I love that game.
and cheeky breaky.
I love that game. Specifically Call of Pripyat because that's when it was actually like a good game for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow of Chernobyl, I don't remember it being as janky at the time, but I did play that one first. And going back, I can't go back because it's too janky.
Yeah, from most of the big fans of the series, I've heard them say, please mod Shadow of Chernobyl. The game is almost unplayable, and it's default
Yeah,
for
when I did play Shadow of Chernobyl, I did get the complete mod thing, which made it better, apparently, because I knew that would be bad.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
And after I couldn't really play Lost Alpha, I got Call of Chernobyl, which is basically every map from all the games. And that seems better, because it's based in the Call of Pripyat engine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that this year they moved a new sarcophagus over the Chernobyl reactor?
I did know
Did
that.
they actually do that? I heard it was leaking.
Winter of this year, wasn't it?
It was early this year.
Like they actually have it sealed off completely, don't they?
Who wants to go to Chernobyl with me? No, we're gonna
Drew
go to
Scanlon
Chernobyl
does.
and we're gonna go into an abandoned ship and we're gonna set up a base and we're gonna be cool. And then we're gonna
Was
die.
it Drew Scanlon that posted the pictures of the puppies that wander around Chernobyl?
Yes, and he says you shouldn't pet them
Aw.
because you might get radiation on your hands.
What if I put on like a radioactive? I have to be in a rat suit, don't I? I just want to pet the puppies.
Nah, I'll pet the puppies. I don't care. What's the worst that can happen?
Oh, my hand. Why is my hand so
Cancer?
3 times bigger than it should be?
I don't think radiation actually works like that.
It doesn't.
Radiation. I think their hand is actually one of the more radiation. The least vulnerable part of your body is your hands and feet. When it comes
Still.
to radiation. Don't cite me on this.
So I'm gonna pick up the dog and rub it on my face. And then get radiation burn.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that, buddy.
You do that, you'll probably breathe in radioactive dust, and that's no good.
That is very bad,
I
actually.
want to become the dog, though. I'm gonna gain superpowers from the dog.
Oh, well... Hey, so, look, later, you hit me up, we'll get you set up with a fur
No, I'm
affinity,
already
and then we can get you
crabbing
started
that.
off
I
right,
can't
okay?
go back. I already solidified the crab. I'm a crab.
You can have more than one fursona. It's totally possible.
And it's not
I'm
a
just
fur
saying.
sauna, it's a shell sauna.
Well, semantics.
Who else has played the video games?
I guess I'll go next then. So,
We should go together because we have a lot of overlap on our games we played.
I guess I actually found time and money to purchase the Cuphead this week. So, whenever I have my downtime, I've been playing that for a while. It's fun. Though, I think we mentioned this last time, that, the running is actually kind of plain.
Yeah, the running guns are very much an afterthought, you can tell.
I mean, even the ones that weren't, like, I'm on World 3. Those two, I've been like the most unfun levels I've played in a while.
I'm not even that far. I'm still on Island 2.
But yeah, I've enjoyed it. Like, whenever I have time to play Cuphead, I'll at least try and finish one world. And I've only had about 5 play sessions, and I'm still on the last world. I'm almost done. I have 2 more bosses left to fight, and I have the final area. So I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like the charge shot's really, really good in that game. Like, I was fighting the dragon, and I didn't realize, like, 'cause I was trying to do, I guess I wanted to try one of the different guns, so I did the boomerang gun. And while it helped for the second phase, the third phase was just not doing me any favors. So, I used the charge shot, and that worked out really well.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Alright, but, like, how do you shoot a boomerang, though?
It's like, it's an
you
energy
just do.
boomerang, so it just kind of just pops out of your hand.
You spend 4 coins to buy it, and then you equip it, and then it just happens.
Oh, that's a weapon in a Mega Man game.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a lot of bosses in Mega Man games.
See, honestly,
Hmm.
when I heard the news that this is just going to be bosses, I wasn't really happy about it. So when they actually announced like the running gun section, like, okay.
Well, that's why they added the running guns, is because everybody was like, oh, it can't just be bosses. That's not fun enough. And then
Yeah.
the running guns suffered.
But the bosses
for
were
it.
actually really fun, more fun than I thought they would be.
Mm-hmm. Also, somebody on LP Zone figured out Mike's issue, I think. So, Mike, if you're listening to this while you're editing, go check the thread on the LP Zone. Somebody might have a solution for you.
Oh, baby!
Did somebody figure out why I'm so bad at Cuphead?
It's because Cuphead is hard?
I try to play the game, but I can't find it on my computer. How do I... Oh, I have to buy the game. That's why apparently being poor makes you not be able to buy video games. Who the fuck would have thought that?
Who would have thought
Maybe
it?
that's why I'm
Yes.
playing a 10-year-old video
Yes.
game right now.
So speaking of which, so Cuphead has sold 450,000 copies on Steam, so congrats to them. And yeah, Cuphead. I also found time to purchase a game on my Switch, Golf Story.
I have also purchased that game, so let's talk about it.
So I'm not very far into it. I only got past to... Where are you at?
So, I am on the second golf club, I guess?
Okay, then you're further than I am.
Does this game take place in Australia?
Is that the
No.
other golf game that takes place
It takes
in
place
Australia?
in the golf zone.
Because
okay.
there are 2 golf games that came out like around the same time, isn't there? Because I heard
I don't
people
know, maybe.
I heard people talking about multiple golf games, and I'm confused.
There was Everybody's Golf that came out on the
Maybe it's
PS4.
that
Is
one.
that the one you're talking about?
Maybe.
That one's a Hot Shots golf game, and this one is not.
This is more like a weird hybrid of RPG and golfing.
Yeah, so do you remember the Mario Tennis and Mario Golf Game Boy Color games? It's a lot like that.
Oh.
I find like it's even more of its own thing, because the gimmick, you can just golf anywhere. You hit the button, you tee, and you just shoot a ball.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the things I like about this game is last night I purchased this game because I was cleaning off my desk to set up my Switch again, and I purchased it. I downloaded it. I hit the what's the top button on the Switch? It's the X. I hit X and I just like whipped a golf ball at somebody, and it was like, oh shit, this changes everything.
Wait, you just beamed someone in the head with a golf ball?
Yeah, you can. If you hit X, you can just toss a golf ball like straight ahead anywhere on the world map. It's amazing.
So, does this mean you can vandalize things?
Maybe?
You can hit people with the golf balls and they will say something like "ow" or "I'm keeping this
Or
ball"
please
or
stop
something.
hitting me with golf balls.
So, how many windows have you smashed?
So, there are puzzles in that world where you have to tee off and hit a little switch with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I've only found one so far. I need to find more. But it's fun. The story, I'm not sure where the hell the story's going, though. Like, the point is that you were a kid in the beginning, and like your father like, hey, you'd be a great golfer. And then you come back to the same place like 20 years later and try to learn how to golf.
And nobody believes in you, and you have to prove yourself.
Coach says, no, fuck you.
Yeah, and then one dude who 20 years ago stole a bunch of snacks from a cart owns the golf course now, and he's like a real scumbag, and I don't know what's going on there, but...
Oh, so it is that guy. Wow, what a fuckhead.
Yeah.
Like, the whole place is kind of gone to shit because of him. Like, everybody has like the weird scummy feel to it.
Yeah, so the first golf course you go to is like your golf course, I guess you would say, and it's like heavily in a state of disrepair. And
Like, there are moles, a bunch of moles in the golf course.
So you farm on your golf course.
I'm a little further than you, so I can tell you that the The plot thread so far is that I went and I beat all of the coach's students, and then the coach was like, okay, listen, go play a round of golf and we'll talk. So I did that, and then Lucky's like, hey, you want to go snoop around? There's a big competition coming up. Can you go snoop at the enemy golf course? And now I'm at a golf course that's covered in, like, giant dinosaur footprints, and it's staffed entirely by cavemen, and there's dinosaur bones all over the place. Yeah, it's really cool.
So, basically, this
Fuck.
game has the plot of Caddyshack, right?
I've never seen Caddyshack.
Do you
Fight me.
like definitely bad movies that are made because people got really high?
No.
So, will I find Rodney Dangerfield in this game?
God, I hope not.
I love Caddyshack.
No respect. But yeah, it's Golf Story. It's fun. I need to play more of it.
I am enjoying it a lot.
You golf. I love golfing. Like, I bought the fucking Neo Geo golf game, too. So, like, when I got my Switch.
Yeah, but did you buy a Neo Geo?
No. Why would I?
Who would buy a Neo Geo in 2017?
Someone who is a collector of rare and stunning artifacts from an age gone by.
None of those people are on this podcast, so I'm not worried about it.
If I really wanted to play Neo Geo games, I could probably just wait and I'll probably be able to Switch at some point.
I'm like kind of like that in that I never trade in a video game after I buy it. It just sits around, or I have sold a couple of video games to friends at like after my 360 broke and I didn't want to fix it. Stuff like that.
The furthest like that I've ever gone is went with my brother to try to find an actual copy of Mr. Bones, because we had that when we were a kid. And I need them bones, alright?
I watched clips of that game. I still don't really understand what the fuck's going on.
Mr. Bones is not a good game, but it is a weird game.
It's a very has some heart to it kind of game.
It does also have an amazing soundtrack, so there's that.
Yeah, like, I remember, isn't the whole point like your skeleton dude is just basically a guy who loves the blues?
No, you're a skeleton man that finds a guy that plays guitar, and he gives you a guitar, and then it becomes a magic guitar at some point. I don't know what the fuck happened, really.
I want to get off of Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Well, you can't.
He will play you a song for 10 minutes. Did it come out yesterday? I don't actually remember.
Golf Story?
No.
I think Golf Story's been out for a while.
Yeah, also came out last week.
Yeah.
Because like this week was dominated by Axiom Verge, Stardew Valley, and Oxenfree.
By the way, if you have not played Stardew Valley and you own a Switch, you should probably buy that game because it's really good. It's my game of the year 2015 by a long shot.
Yeah, but what
Nice.
about when the multiplayer comes out, and then I'm gonna fuck your husband?
I mean, that will be a patch into the Switch version too.
Or no, I think Stardew Valley was 2016. Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, it is now. It is out on Switch. You can take a shit while doing farming. So I did also play a bit of Mario and Luigi.
Oh yeah?
So that came out last Thursday. No, it came out Friday. I keep forgetting what the 6 is. It's okay. The remake. Yes, it's some nice art. I like the sprites in this game. I know people have been bitching about the fact that they changed some of the sprites to be more Mario-y. Most of it's still the same. I don't care for the music though. The remixes.
Is Superstar Saga the one where occasionally Mario and Luigi will talk to each other in Italian gibberish?
That's all the Mario Luigi games, but yes.
Does it have the alien guy in it? I played one of them.
Alien guy.
I think that's not in Superstar Saga. I think that's later.
You're probably thinking that's probably part of this time because that whole game is just aliens invade.
The one where the babies are in it too. Yeah, that one.
Baby Mario is an atrocity.
That's the DS one. Wow, don't insult the Mario.
If you're listening, Nintendo, no more babies.
The babies have been kind of gone for a while, and that's... I mean, part of the time original is something I want to replay again, but because right now I'm up to a point where I have to replay it. I have to do an escort session, and all those bad memories coming back to me. Because the game was going like quick. I didn't remember when the game was just like zooming around with the plot. It's crazy. They did change the mechanics a bit, so that way it's a bit more forgiving with some of the moves. The advanced bro moves are not hidden anymore. They're actually a part of the menu when you unlock them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I don't know. It's a fine game. It's fine. If you really don't want to get the remake, there's always the original available for you. I would say more about the Bowser's Minions part, but I have not touched that mode at all. So...
I've been playing the same games I've been playing for years, sorry.
Well, what are those
that's no
games?
fun.
Payday 2 and Entered the Gungeon had a cross promotion for some reason.
Payday 2 has a lot of cross promotions.
Yeah, Payday 2 is kind of like a capitalist hellscape, isn't it?
Kind of. Except you murder capitalists too. It's a bit odd.
Didn't they announce, though,
Nice.
that all the DLC that comes out from now on is free?
It is.
Which, I guess that's nice.
You can get a bullet mask and color it pink and look like you have a dick for a head.
That's pretty good. I'm down with that.
You can be a dickhead.
Lamau.
I'm thinking I should probably play this game I bought ages ago instead.
You should?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I have a lot of games like that, where I bought them and then just never really played them.
Like, have any of you played One Shot?
What's that? Tell me about it.
It's a game where you play as a cat dude who's adorable looking and he has a light bulb.
That sounds pretty good.
And if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
Did you just lose yourself, mate?
You're gonna need to,
Yes.
you're gonna need to explain that one a little more for me, I'm sorry. I just don't.
Yeah, can you just go through the rest of the song, please?
Could you
I don't
please
think it was clear
extrapolate
enough.
on your meaning of one shot?
My knees are too weak.
Well, why are your knees weak? Have you been doing crunches? Or that doesn't really help with that, does it?
I think I've solved it. His knees are weak because he ate way too much spaghetti, and now his stomach is upset, and there's going to be vomit on some sort of sweater very soon.
And your body is turning into spaghetti now because you are what you eat. Right?
Spaghetti.
That's how that works.
I am Mr. Spaghetti now. So what's the worst thing you've seen this week?
Spaghetti my meatballs.
The worst thing I've seen this week was somebody recited all of Lose Yourself to me in a podcast.
I didn't recite all of it.
Oh wait, I just remember one thing that happened with the gaming thing. I modded my SNES Classic.
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw you posting about this in the Discord.
What do you mean you modded your SNES Classic? What are you talking about? You mean you put stickers on it, right? That's what you mean when you say mod, right?
You mean that Nintendo still doesn't have their shit together and all of their hardware is incredibly easy to mod?
I mean, this is just based off the NES Classic anyway. I don't need to give a shit, but whatever. Yeah, this thing is easy to homebrew already.
Yep.
Because it literally just uses the same architecture as the NES Mini.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Homebrew with some neat decorations like stickers and graphics.
Look, I already bought the damn thing, and there's nothing else I can buy with it. There's no point in trying to say anything otherwise.
Nintendo, please do not cease and desist.
We'll be fine.
What can you accomplish with these mods?
So, I have, aside from the things I showed Miko, I have also added RetroArch, which is a multi-emulator kind of thingy. So along with the Super Nintendo things, I also have Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and hopefully soon, MAME.
You play Sega games with your fucking Nintendo, please.
You can do
Nice.
Yeah, I already booted up Sonic 2 on there, and it works just
that.
fine.
I'm doing that on my 3DS and on my Wii.
So the best part is about that is that, I mentioned this before, like, if you wait a little while, Mario will just kind of come out and do a spin jump on a thing to do a replay. It will also work on those games as well.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So is it just like a bunch of inputs?
It just replays the inputs you did before. So yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Huh. So how much storage is actually in the Super Nintendo Mini?
So people were saying like 300 megs.
So can you just like attach a SD card in there and go hog wild?
There is no slot in there, for one.
Yeah, but could you theoretically, like, solder one in there?
Yeah.
No idea.
Are there any USB ports on this thing?
No. I mean, there is mini USB, but that's about it.
It could work.
That is for power, though.
Well, then how do you get files across?
Using that into a computer.
Well, there you go. Then obviously it's not just for power.
True.
You
I don't
could
know.
get like an adapter thing and then have two.
That is true.
This reminds me, I saw a video today saying that, do you remember on the GameCube they had a broadband adapter for literally one
you watched
game?
that video too, huh?
You could use it for if you wanted to do some like ridiculous like fucking Hamachi style bullshit. You could use it for Double Dash.
Well, it was, I believe it was made primarily for Phantasy Star Online, but
Yeah.
people quickly found out that you could just run, just any code that you put in there.
So you did watch the video I watched today.
Yeah,
So yeah, they had to release a new version of PSO 1 and 2 because and they were kind of pissed about that.
People were running arbitrary code through their fucking broadband adapter because Nintendo still never had their shit together.
No, I think that was
Of
more a
course
Sega thing because you needed that particular copy of PSO 1 and 2. So that was a
Well,
Sega
because I
fuck up.
think that was the only game that like ever had like true broadband support.
No, there was something they forgot to put in the game that prevents that.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
So it's sort of like, like you have Zelda, Twilight Princess for the Wii, which lets you do homebrew. Kind of like that.
Yeah, which I rented from a Blockbuster once exclusively so I could just trigger the homebrew stuff. Because the version I own is for the GameCube, and it doesn't work if you just put the GameCube disc in the Wii.
Mm-hmm. So that was fun. But yeah, that was the thing.
But now you don't even have to do that to mod the Wii.
Oh no, we come a long way.
Yeah, you don't need any video games to mod the Wii, I'm pretty sure.
See, I'm happy with the SNES Mini. It works, controllers are nice. I haven't played Sonic 3 Complete a little bit on it, but it's pretty good. There's a couple of games that don't work, but there's a way to bypass it now. Like, what's that game that says Terra whatever? What's it called again?
Terranigma?
Yeah, it does not work natively with the SNES Mini.
Oh, that game was only released in Japan and Europe, I believe.
Yeah, but even if they were to do the NTSC patch, it still doesn't work.
Huh.
It's kind of weird like that.
I don't remember it having any like special co-processors or anything.
Like, I also mentioned this before, like, with Super Street Fighter 2 does not work either, and I have the US version. So the way to bypass it now with RetroArch is just to run that version through the emulator, inside the emulator.
Run an emulator on your emulation machine.
Mm-hmm. That's the way to bypass. That's how you can run the Star Ocean if you want to do that too.
That's kind of what I did for my 3DS. Tetris Attack, you can't ROM inject and have it worked on an old 3DS, which is what I have. So I can just run the Super Nintendo emulator, though, and it works fine.
Yeah, that's right, because the SNES emulators on the 3DS only work on the new one, so that's true.
But
I can't forget that detail.
But Miko, why are you putting ramen on Tetris? What are you doing?
What? I don't... Listen.
I still hate the fact that we're never going to get like, a legit version of that game ever again because of the fucking Tetris name. That's the reason why we'll never get it again.
Just put out another Pokemon Puzzle League. I'll be okay with that.
I mean, yeah, but what about systems that can support N64 emulation? Not what?
No, just put out a new Pokemon Puzzle League. You're not
Oh.
understanding. Make a new one for the Switch.
I mean,
I need Switch games. Please make a new one for the Switch.
I will send it to my friend Reggie. He will make a Puzzle League for us.
Okay, thank you.
Because they released a version of that on the DS, on DSi, and I never realized. It's fucking weird because you have to play with a touchscreen.
Oh, no. No, that's a bad way to play that.
They have a button, you can swap it to be buttons and it works just fine, but it just feels so slow.
Are we talking about Tetris Attack?
Yes.
Yes, or it's Puzzle League now.
Panel de Pawn.
Panel de Pawn or Puzzle League. They've been trying to call it Puzzle League for years, but never really caught on.
I had that game for Game Boy. My brain didn't work well enough for it.
Isn't that the one with Dr. Mario attached with it as well?
No, it was Yoshi themed.
For Game Boy. I think about Game Boy Advance.
Nope, for Game Boy, original fat brick Game Boy.
I think I still have it, but my cart is so fucked up that it won't even properly launch anymore.
I got my Super Nintendo Tetris Attack on my desk, on my shelf. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do have a Pokemon Puzzle League, Puzzle Challenge on my 3DS, like a legit, so I can always go back.
Mm.
What were we talking about again? Internet?
Yeah, we were gonna kick into worst thing on the internet, and then we kind of slid back into what you've been gaming a little bit. So, yeah. Here, I'll start. So, the worst thing I saw on the internet this week is that Russia is going to be hosting the 2018 World Cup. They've added more seats to a stadium in a way that looks incredibly unsafe.
Wow.
It honestly looks like some bullshit that you would make in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Right?
It's just scaffolding a mile high with seats on it.
Yeah.
Did people forget what happened when they hosted the Olympics and they made like a really shammy, shitty fucking everything?
They made a toilet stall with 2 toilets in it.
Yep. So now, also, the most horrifying thing about this picture, right, is might not be obvious at first. If you look at that first picture in this tweet, just take a look and see that there is a pathway going through this mile-high scaffolding.
Yeah, I see it.
That's terrifying.
I think if you live in Russia, this is like nothing. But fuck.
Well, I'm glad I don't live in Russia because I would be dead if I went to this thing.
I don't work well with heights at all, so I'm not going.
I can barely handle 10 feet in the air, let alone what feels like a mile.
I mean,
I can do heights. Heights are not a problem.
I
for me.
can't go up an escalator without it being kind of a problem. So
I mean, same. Well, it depends. Like, so there's a tower here, like in Dallas, the Union Tower. Once you're at a certain point, when you're going up, you just see the skyline, and that fucking terrifies me. So it's like, I think it's like, I gotta see how high it is, because I went up there once with a friend, because we had tickets, and, ugh. Goosebumps, man.
The elevator in the parking garage at NJIT just, like, faces Newark and is very high up and is glass. So I can see. It's fine. I don't mind it. I actually think it's a pretty cool look of the city.
It's a good look, yeah, but it fucking scares me, man.
Well, the problem for me is when I go over a certain height, my body's just like, yeah, we're not moving anymore. We're good. Like here, this is fine.
Like it's about 600 feet, and you get to the top, you're just like in a little ball building. It's a nice look at the city, but holy fuck.
That sounds cool. I want to go.
You should go. It's a nice like little place to visit. There's a tower.
Alright, so that's what I had.
Alright, so my one is, I didn't really look at the internet too much this week, actually, but luckily, what was it, yesterday? Someone reminded me of something I saw a while ago. A certain someone that is here, maybe.
Yeah.
I call it Kathikin.
I think it's actually turkey.
I don't care. Kathikin works. Turkey doesn't work as good, alright?
Someone stuffed a octopus inside of a chicken or turkey. And it looks way more disturbing than it should.
It basically looks like Cthulhu fucked a chicken.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to describe it.
This is genuinely a monster from a Lovecraft like RPG.
There's a reason why I put it in the Not Work Safe channel.
Yeah, this is kind of like a hentai when you think about it.
What you gotta do is put like some eyes and a mouth and some mouths on there, and you literally have a monster.
You're saying this is Ultros from Final Fantasy VI?
Well, that's what happened to Ultros when he fucked a chicken. Yeah.
Oh no.
He became the chicken. Get it? He became the chicken. Become.
Ugh.
Someone please take over.
Alright, so what's this thing about Smashburger?
I just pasted that in there because it's by far the most confusing and nonsensical way that I've ever seen someone arrange text.
Oh, I saw a part of this the other day.
But the actual worst thing I saw this week was Cuphead with a huge thick ass.
Yeah. No, that's definitely the worst. That's probably worse than the Kathukin, actually.
Hey, don't fuck Cuphead. Don't do that.
I mean, if you really want to fuck Cuphead, you can, but don't show us pictures of Cuphead's thickness. All right.
Your kinks are fine. Just keep them to yourself.
Yeah, man. Keep your gags to yourself and every ball thwacking to yourself. Call back. Yeah.
No. Well, we also talked about Rick and Morty bringing back Szechuan sauce in the first episode, so I guess this is just the callback episode. What's up? How you doing?
Shit.
This is our 8th episode, Clip Show Spectacular. We've been doing this for 2 months. It's a great run.
And as
Good
a
job,
bonus,
everybody.
I'm going to do an extra dramatic reading of Ball Thwacking the comic. All right, everybody.
No, you're fucking not.
All right. What is your worst thing?
So I've been swamped with homework this whole week, so I never want to actually keep one on the mind.
So back to the thwacking.
Nope.
I have nothing this week, unfortunately.
That's fine.
I could read another one.
I feel like I probably would have had one pop out, but nah, I got nothing.
I'm thinking of reworking the worst thing on the internet because it's hard to find these things. So, like, do you have anything that was just plain interesting that you saw that you want to talk about?
I did suggest that where we could turn it into like good or bad things. so we could just have more things to talk about. It doesn't always
Yeah,
have to be bad.
I might do that because we're having trouble consistently finding horrible shit on the internet to talk
we're
about.
not having trouble finding bad things. We're having trouble finding bad things that are interesting to talk about.
Yes,
This
that's
is very true.
I mean, it's a podcast. It has to be interesting,
Oh,
right?
I just saw an interesting picture.
All right, tell me about it.
It's do you know how city buses often have a scrolling marquee with text on it?
NJ
Yeah.
Transit is garbage, so I've never seen a bus in my life. Yes, continue?
That usually lists the location where it's heading.
Yeah.
I just saw a picture of a bus where instead of a location it says enter new code. And then the next picture is it saying wrong code.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Internet of shit.
Okay, I found my worst thing on the internet, which is related back to what we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah? So tell me about it.
It's like,
Out loud, with your mouth.
Szechuan. Fuck, I can't even pronounce the sauce. God help me.
Szechuan.
Szechuan.
Szechuan sauce.
Mulan
yeah.
sauce.
Fucking Twitter with the Szechuan sauce. Oh my god, these posters are like $1,200.
What?
So, along with the sauce, they were also giving out posters at the McDonald's.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So, oh, this is just for the fucking sauce too.
Posters for the Munch Squad.
Mm-hmm. But the Szechuan sauce, the crew, it's just a fucking mess. It's just seeing like people just making fun of people who at the fucking McDonald's.
You know, I heard earlier this week that they had posters that you could request from participating McDonald's for their new breaded chicken, but I hadn't heard about the Szechuan sauce posters.
Why do I want a McDonald's poster about breaded chicken?
I don't know. Is this some kind of niche market of people who collect posters of fast food items?
I guess. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I just clicked on that Twitter thing for hashtag Szechuan sauce, and the second one is I just have to read that because anyone know how to bring a class action lawsuit against at McDonald's for false advertising, asking for a few thousand friends. Hashtag Szechuan sauce.
Fucking people are so stupid. I can't even deal with it.
Now that's a saucy lad.
McDonald's sauces aren't even good. Just eat your nuggets raw. Like, no, not raw. Plain. Definitely don't eat them raw. That's probably going to give you salmonella.
Please get about 100 raw chicken nuggets and eat them all in one sitting.
No, please. No. I've already seen someone do that. I don't want to see it
Where's
again.
that picture I
Well,
saw?
so Dan Reichert had chicken fries. It's not the same thing.
No! There was someone else before him. Also a giant bomb, but I forget his name.
I remember a while ago I saw a picture of some lady who posted pictures of extra raw chicken strips she made. And all I remember of it is someone's like, "You're gonna get salmonella," and she's like, "But it's not salmon." And that is a beautiful thing.
This is just basically the Total Eclipse moment all over again.
I believe it was medium rare chicken
Yes,
breast.
that thing.
Yeah, you can't cook chicken like that. Don't do that.
Did you know if you eat chicken that's not fully cooked, you can legitimately get sick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, in fact, die.
Hi, I just want to say that actually in some countries they eat chicken raw and you mostly get salmonella from eggshells. So this is not entirely true, just for the record.
Rip. Okay. That was my thing.
All right. So, I think that's everybody. So we would normally have an email segment, but the podcast, the last one went up 2 days ago, and it hasn't been enough time for me to get enough responses. So I'm going to leave the email prompt open for one more week, which is Splatfest. Give me your best Splatfest idea from the hit video game Splatoon by Nintendo. The current one that they have is Vampires vs. Werewolves, which kind of stole my idea because I was going to do some furry bullshit. So,
Of course you would.
yeah.
Has the one for Europe started already? The toilet paper thing?
Sorry, what?
Toilet paper.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe?
I've seen pictures of what appears to be a Splatfest based around what orientation you place toilet paper on the roll.
Yes, that is the European one.
That's the European one. That's real. I don't know if it started yet, though. I don't know what the dates were.
I was actually kind of wondering if the Japanese have already done their McDonald's one yet. I wanted to see who won.
I mean, you can always go on the Splatoon 2 wiki.
Oh, so it already happened, so... Because I want to see if the chicken nuggets or the french fries won.
Yeah, let's find out.
In Splatoon 2's McDonald's Showdown, Nuggets take a narrow victory.
Oh. Well, fuck.
Thanks, Polygon.com.
Thank you, Polygon.com.
Thanks, Polygon.
No.
So yeah, yes, front roll, back roll is the Europe one that happened already. Also, front roll took solo battles and the popular. Okay, front. So correct toilet paper won. So that's good. The North America one is Vampires vs. Werewolves, which is coming up
This weekend.
Well,
next week.
for us. Today's the 8th. Next weekend.
So the 13th is when it's going to start. 13th or 14th?
13th to the 14th at 9 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
Because it's 24 hours.
So, now that you brought up toilet paper roll orientation, have you ever actually looked that up on Wikipedia?
No.
There's
No.
an extremely long article about it with 81 sourced references.
You don't say.
Indeed.
Yeah, but the correct way to use toilet paper is to get in the bathtub and then fill the bathtub up and just kind of roll around in the bathtub.
I'm sorry. Did it just announce Colonel Sanders is a playable character in a WWE game? What?
What?
The Colonel. You can play as the Colonel in a wrestling game.
Oh,
Like from KFC?
Yeah.
oh, that Colonel.
Oh.
Okay.
Does he? What's his super? Does he just fucking smash a fucking famous bowl in your face? What is?
I
don't
will have to
understand.
look. I will give you some more information later on this week.
He pauses the game and then runs a commercial for KFC.
We'll do some research. Yeah, we'll research this and get back to you next episode. So because I actually do have a couple of emails here, but I felt it was unfair to read them since some people don't have the podcast yet. So that's gonna do it for us, I think.
No, you're not. We're going on.
Yeah,
Everybody.
yeah.
Dramatic reading of every erotic comic on that one website. All right, here we go.
I'm good.
Hey, how about no? And instead, I end the podcast. How about that?
Remember, kids, don't bust your balls.
Don't read that out loud in front of your friends because they might cancel a podcast that you're on.
Hey, Jimmy, how are you today? I'm good.
You need to stop immediately, please.
Good night, and don't draw a cuphead porn.
So send
Too
in
late.
your Splatfest ideas to podcast@burndownthesandcastle.info. We're on Google Play now, so you can subscribe that way if Google Play Music is your preferred podcast situation. If you could tell your friends about us, that would be really cool, because we have no listeners whatsoever.
Tell your friends. Tell your wife. We'll fuck your wife.
Nah, that's illegal.
I mean,
You're going to jail.
I might fuck your wife if I feel like it. It depends, really.
You should try not to do that, because it's kind of rude.
I mean,
Yes.
I wouldn't, fuck your wife without her permission.
Alright, listen, I've been trying to end this podcast for 3 minutes, and it's not working, so I'm just gonna say, subscribe at burndownthesandcastle.info. Catch y'all next time.
Oh.
Peace out.
What is sounding, Jimmy?
Wow. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the best, 'cause it is.